Hi, welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Minutia. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and today I am doing a scavenger hunt to help me choose a book for my June TBR. I did a video like this the first year that I started my channel, like 4 years ago, so I'll link that video in case you want to check it out. The idea and the prompts originally came from Chantel over at Chantel Reads All Day, but I think her channel was something different back then. It was like Chantel's Intentional Life or something. It was different than Chantel Reads All Day. So it was a while ago, and she had this idea that you started with one prompt and then all of the other prompts you would cut up into little strips of paper, put into like a bowl or mug or something like that, and take them out at random. So anytime you would do this, you would end up with a different book every time because your prompts would end up in different order. So I am revisiting this, and I kept some of the prompts the same, but some of them I totally changed. So I will have a list of all the prompts that I used in the description of this video. The original prompt was like a spine that has your favorite color, and you have to start with the first prompt that helps you pick a book, and then from there, all the prompts build off of that first book. But I decided to go with something a little different this time. I decided to do a cover that you love. So I just went and picked one, and I decided to go with this edition of Anne of Green Gables. I love these Tundra editions. I think that they are just absolutely beautiful. I love the artwork on them so much. So that's going to be the cover that I love. And now I'm going to pick my next prompt, which says the last digit of the final page number is the number of words in the next title of the book that I choose. So let's see how many pages there are in this. Looks like there are 371, which means that my next book title needs to be a one-word title. So for that, I'm going to do a book I haven't even hauled yet that I just bought when I was with Dia at McKay's, and that's Antigone. So one word, actually, it's not really a word, it's a name, but still, it counts. So next prompt is page 52, line 12. The next book must contain a word from that line. And I'm hoping that there are 52 pages in this because this is kind of a shorter book. Oh yeah, there definitely is. Okay, page 52, line 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which says, no, you're right. Ismene didn't help her. Thank you. So let's see. Some of the words I could use: right, no, help, thank you. There's different ones that would work here. I'm gonna have to do some scanning. Okay, that took so long. Like, you have no idea how long that took. Anyways, I was hoping to find one with like right or help or think or whatever, but all I could find was a book title that had the word you in it. If You'll Ask by Oswald Chambers, which is my very favorite book I have ever read on prayer. Highly recommend it. This prompt says, flip to a page. The first letter of the first name on the page is the first letter of the next book's title. I feel like that might be an issue. I don't know how many names are on here. So let's just, okay, I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ is the first name. Probably like the only name, unless you want to count like God or the Holy Spirit. So we'll go with Jesus. So that means that my next title needs to start with a J. This was much faster. The Juvenilia of Jane Austen and Charlotte Bronte. Okay. Next prompt. Let's see here. A different genre than that one. So that shouldn't be difficult at all. I'm back. Let's go with a sci-fi. Dune by Frank Herbert. I haven't read this one, so actually maybe I should have saved this for later, but oh well. Okay, next prompt is a more expensive book. So for this, I decided I was going to go with the price that was on the back of the book, which is not necessarily what I paid for it. So this says like $18. I did get this at a half price book, so I know I spent less than $18, but I figure that's kind of an easy way to keep track. So I need to find a book that has a higher price than $18 on the back. Okay, I went with The Dutch House by Ann Patchett, which doesn't have a price on the back, but it is right here and it says $27.99. Okay, so with that book in mind, we are going to pick a new prompt. I only have a couple left, so I'm coming to the end of picking a book here. So this prompt says the first letter of the title needs to be the first letter of the next author's last name. So I'm leaving out the article of the, we'll just do D. Although I could do T, I guess, but it means that my next author's last name needs to start with D. That's the easiest one so far because I have multiple favorite authors. His last name starts with D, so I picked up A Bad Business by Dostoevsky, which is a short story collection of his. Let's see what we have next. A book that is bigger. That shouldn't be too hard. This is very tiny, both in the fact that it's slender and it's really short. Let's see how many pages it is so I can make sure I'm being honest here. 284 pages, so needs to be more than that. I just went with the first big book I saw on the shelf behind me, Don Quixote, which is certainly more than that. This particular edition looks to be 1,023 pages. Okay, this is the last prompt. So with this prompt, I am selecting the book for my June TBR. Okay, so it says the picture on the cover needs to be a word in the title of the next book. So let's look at this cover. We have a knight, we have a horse, we have a jousting thing, we have sky, we have landscape, mountains, grass, trees. Pretty sure any of those would count. Okay, I have a couple here that I think count. So we've got Cold Mountain. I don't know if those are really mountains. They're more hills. I think this is historical fiction. That says it's about a soldier's perilous journey back to his beloved at the end of the Civil War. At once a magnificent love story and a harrowing account of one man's long walk home, Cold Mountain introduces a stunning new talent in American literature. Okay, then in contrast, we have How Green Was My Valley by Richard Llewellyn. So mountain and valley. This says this is a superb novel that has become a modern classic, the story of Hugh Morgan, his gentle but tyrannical father, his strong-willed brothers and sisters, his brave and beloved mother. It is an immortal story of courage and strength to meet tragedy, told with lusty vitality, sharp humor, and powerful force of a master novelist. And then lastly, because there were trees and woods on the cover, The Woodlanders by Thomas Hardy, which says, for centuries, Little Hintock has been sustained by the surrounding woodland, but the lives of the villagers are now caught up in a web of intense and consuming emotion. The unspoken love of the peasant girl, Marty South, for Giles Winterbourne, his own devotion to Grace Melbury, and at the heart of the web, the troubled relationship between Grace and the ambitious doctor, Edred Fitzpierres. So yeah, these are all very different. We've got kind of a modern classic, a Victorian classic, a more modern book that's a historical fiction. They're all quite different. Okay, so I wrote down on a piece of paper each of them. So this will be book number 1. This will be book number 2, and The Woodlanders will be book number 3. And I'm going to pick out of the jar, and that will determine which one I'm reading. It's just too hard to choose when you have multiple books that you're really interested in, you know? So here you go. Oop, 2 of them are stuck together. I chose number 2. So that means that the book that I'm adding to my June TBR is How Green Was My Valley by Richard Llewellyn. I love the sprayed edges. This is a really old edition that I think I picked up at a thrift store at some point. I've had it on my shelves for a really long time, but not read it. Not really had any inclination to pick it up. So honestly, this scavenger hunt is a total win for me picking up a book that was not really on my list to pick up probably anytime this year. So if you've read this book, I would love to hear your thoughts. I have heard good things about it, which is why I picked it up. And if you're curious to hear what else I'm going to be reading in the month of June, stay tuned because my TBR video is coming out this Saturday. But thank you so much for watching. If you are interested yourself in doing a scavenger hunt to add a book or several to your TBR, I do have all the prompts that I used listed in the description of this video. So Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like and also subscribe so you can continue to see more bookish content from me, and I will see you again next time.